The views expressed in the following show are for entertainment purposes only. They are not necessarily the views of Twin Galaxies, HD Films, or any other affiliates. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Settle on the Screen for September 4th, 2015. I am Michael Soroka, along here with Glenn Updike and Twin Galaxies Live 2. And Don Atreides, our other hosts in Twin Galaxies Live 3. This is the commentary show about the Twin Galaxies database, world record, and basically to entertain and inform you about the world of the Twin Galaxies database. So welcome to the show. This is a weekly show about all the good stuff going on. We don't have too much going on this week, but I think the weeks leading up to the Twin Galaxies Festival, we almost got a guest jam-packed for every week and a good topic. So we're going to talk about some things a little bit later. The Guinness Book of World Records Gamer Edition book. Basically, the reason why many of you submit to Twin Galaxies in the past 6-7 years is to get your name in Guinness. That book is out. We have some interesting things to talk about. The first reactions to it, as the first copies have been delivered via Amazon. I forgot the other thing we want to talk about. Oh, there's even though it's not through submission yet, there is a very controversial submission going through from one of the arcade greats, in my opinion, Donald Hayes, on Dig Dugs. Well, we'll talk about that a little bit later, just to see how it goes. I think he's testing the waters, but we'll get to that after. We'll do a few select world records for the week of September 4th, 2015. Glenn, I will give you the honors, because we missed you. You can start it off.
Oh, thank you, pal.
You're welcome. We missed you, buddy.
I'm sorry if I butchered this name, too, because I have a first grade reading level, so.
Oh, okay. Better than our second grade.
We have Sean McCod from Charlotte, North Carolina, home Ric Flair territory, PlayStation 3, Gran Turismo 5, license test B4, fastest time 13 seconds and 62 and change.
Yep, those keep going back and forth between Sean and Mr. Marcone. The reason why we put them up here, and you're like, oh, why license test? Because they keep competing back and forth, shaving milliseconds off. And I hope some other people, come to help or come and join in the competition.
That's what it's all about, though. It's competition.
Yeah, that's what competition, settling on the screen. I put Twin Galaxies world record here because we'll talk about, we always talk about how we feel they are, but nice job from Gabriel. Deanna, I don't know, from Aurelio, Texas. Guitar Hero World Tour, Black Label Society, Stillborn, Expert, 127,807. One of his first submissions to the database. Welcome, Gabriel. Welcome to the database. Back to you, Glenn.
Next, we have Pete Hahn from Chicagoland, USA. You can find that guy at Galloping Ghost Arcade. Xbox 360 Live Arcade Contra, 3,669,800 points, and that's the arcade version. So
this has gone back a few times too, from another fellow Canadian. Pete had it first, and it's going back and forth. So another one, hopefully we get to see pushed up a little bit more. Now this is the first official submission to the Twin Galaxies database for pretty much the most famous Guitar Hero Rock Band track, Through the Fire and Flames, Joshua Arninavaz. God, we really need to get some new hosts in here. From the video game capital of the universe, Roscoe, Texas, for it seems like majority of the scores in the database come from Roscoe. 371,339 points. There's quite a few gamers, man, from that part of the world just submitting lately to the database.
Well, it's a big state.
It is a big state, but they're from Roscoe. I mean, it seems quite free. And I know there's quite a few. There's a few people who submit a lot, but I think if Jace does a by city, who submits the most or the most submitters, it'd be from that city. Now there is higher scores. You might have seen the little kid who played this online. He was like 8 years old. We got a higher score, but still a great score. First one to the Twin Galaxies database to the Fire and Flames. I don't really even call it a real song, but 339. Awesome job. Still a tough song to beat, anyways. In the first place, achievement in itself.
Must be something in the water down there.
It has to be.
If so, they should ship some of that water up here because I could use some.
Yeah, get that good at Guitar Hero? Oh, yeah.
All right, next one is Michael Dietrich from Pisa, Italy. Main Van car, 1,230,650 points. I actually love that game. It was in the Yo Olympics, I do believe. And that's where I first played it. It's actually a pretty fun game. It was a lot like Mustache Boy that was in the Igby, except with cars and rockets that you can shoot.
Very cool. And Michael, as a side note, I know you're watching this in Italy because you put that in your home. I know that's not where maybe you're currently at, but I saw you put that on your forum post, so I decided to move you around the country a little bit too. So, Fred Bugman, very well known about Twin Galaxies. Is this Toki? Is that how you say it? I've never heard of this game. 324,900 points, a new world record for Fred Bugman, one of his many.
Never heard of Toki before?
No.
Really?
Neither did the Guinness Book of Records either. So.
All right, we have David King from Kansas City, Missouri, playing my favorite console, Sega Genesis, Ranger X, 436,848 points.
Very good game. And I did post this picture last week on somebody else's name. I please forgive me. That picture is actually David. I asked for David's picture a while ago, and I assumed he was somebody else. So sorry about that. I can't remember who I did it to. And then Glenn's other favorite system, the Sega Master System, Alex Kidd in the Miracle World. Congratulations to Steve Babcock. 81,800 points on the PAL version, and a newcomer to the Twin Galaxies database as well. And Glenn, I'm just so excited I'll have you read this one just because what we feared happened. Twin Galaxies became record setter. I love the guy, but I don't love the track.
Oh, come on. It's an amazing track. We have Mike Kaba from Sydney, Australia, Alan Stahl. Love you, mate. Donkey Kong. Most wall jumps on a rivet board. 53. Amazing. Wow. Please, sir, get up to 60 by the end of the year because I don't know how I'd contain myself if I seen that. That might motivate me to do wall jumps if he gets to 60, but he's got to get to 60.
But nice job, Alan, for your first world record on the Twin Galaxies database. And Alan Stahl is a very good Donkey Kong competitor. I think he's listed 20th on the Twin Galaxies, somewhere around the 20s or high 20s at least. So the most entertaining Donkey Kong player, in my opinion. Make sure you check out his stream. I love you, Alan, for the entertainment you bring us every time I play that beautiful game of Donkey Kong. So,
you know what's the best part about
it is becoming like record setter with this add whatever track you want type of thing.
Everybody gets a world record day. You know what the best part about Alan going for his wall jumps is he counts every single one of them as he's doing.
I know. He doesn't do it after the fact.
And this ties into the other best part is like he'll be counting and he'll be like 48 and it won't be a wall jump. So then he'll do a wall jump and he'll be like 48. So he like repeats. It's entertaining to watch. I recommend anybody. You can find him on twitch.tv/muscle and fitness. So
yeah, and and very entertaining. You want watch something on Twitch other than Rocket League? Yeah, you want to check out his stream before anybody else's. I put him on every time I'm bored. I'll just do some record brief real. Just talk about again. This is not the NHL '94 show, but it is. Just to remind to you Canadians in Toronto area, come meet me and Nick compete in the King of '94 tournament next weekend. We will not be doing our show. Don Atreides will be taking over the hosting abilities for next week's show, as we'll be preparing for our King of Kong at the Real Sports Bar and Grill downtown Toronto next to the Air Canada Centre. So please come visit us. It's free admission. All the slots are taken, so you can't participate unless somebody doesn't show. But please come visit with us. It's an all-day tournament, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. approximately. We'll be drinking beers, and if me and Nick get knocked out pretty early, we hope to have some footage of what happens and possibly the champion if we get knocked out early. But we're going to actually compete for once instead of have a camera on our shoulders and a microphone in our hand. So if you're our Canadian friends, please come visit us.
You're going to win, Mike. You're going to win. You're going to Canada to win, Mike.
Well, why would I pay $45 if I didn't think I had a chance? You know, I mean, I'm
just trying to motivate you.
I will not be happy unless I'm in the top 5 or, you know, in the final 8, I guess. Whatever they call that in the Sweet 16.
Final 8? Go for number 1, buddy.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you know what I mean. I won't be satisfied with myself. I mean, yes, I want first place. I'm gunning for it, but. And then just a reminder, October 2nd and 4th, the Twin Galaxies Entertainment Festival in Banning, California at the Museum of Pinball. There will be a few tournaments, NES. We can kind of talk about that again. They released the games last week, so we really didn't get to talk about the game selections. They are subject to change. Come on, change here. I don't want a personal invitation from Billy Mitchell. I don't need a personal invitation. 26 days, 22 hours. Go to the website, twingalaxiesfestival.com. Find out the hotel rooms. It's about an hour and a half east of LAX. Make sure you plan appropriately for your trip. All tickets, information, all available at the website. I will be there. Walter will be there. Mitchell will be there. Todd Rogers, Don Atreides will be there. All your gaming favorites will be there. And more importantly, there'll be pinball games to play and paintball. So screw the tournaments. I hate video games. Let's just go play pinball and paintball and have a good time. So hope to see you all there.
You know, that's how I roll. Pinball all the way, baby. Are they going to have a pinball tournament? Has anybody brought that up?
I don't think... Well, no, there is. Hang on. Let's use the website. We can use the website. Pinball tournaments. Click it. Here we go. Whoa. Who is that? Is that me? Okay, that's their website. So you get to listen to some cool music. You guys still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay, that was kind of annoying. Oh, God. Yeah, there's about 5 pinball tournaments. So
nice.
I don't want to be annoying. So that will be going on. We'll go over these. Actually, I don't know if they... they got prize money. Oh, hang on. There's some more information. I just saw this. Let's go over it real quick because now I'm kind of excited. We'll start with the first decathlon in television on Friday from 2 to 6 p.m. The prize money is $1,250. Ooh, now I'm very excited now. Let's just say that. Because I think I have a decent chance. Games, Astro Smash, Buzz Bomber, Night Stalker, Brickout, Pinball, which is crap. Shark, Space Armada, Thin Ice, Thunder Castle, which is crap, and Vectron, which is crap. Those are just my opinions, nobody else's. But that will be fun. Then later Friday, the Atari 2600 Decathlon, Todd Rogers will be there commentating and created the games. Basically, all these tournaments, you got 3 games to pack in as many points as you want. That's a great list of games. I don't have a chance, but I will play along if there's room for me to play. I don't know if I will do so well. Then there's the NES on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., same prize money. Paperboy, Double Dragon 2, Dr. Mario. Those are some great games. No Tetris. You gotta have Tetris in there. Well, that's a pretty darn good lineup. I like those.
Yeah, that's pretty respectable.
I would have still liked to see a regular Super Mario, maybe a 3 or a 1 or something.
I don't know, man. People can point press on that. Like, I don't know. It gets boring to watch people sit on. Oh,
but you got 3 minutes. Remember, this is kind of goofy.
Super Mario Brothers 1 is a little bit different because you're racing the clock too while point pressing. Whereas Super Mario Brothers 3, you're just sitting in one spot, milking out the clock.
Yeah. Or maybe they can make it. Got to beat 2 levels to your score to count. I don't know. Whatever. We're not. That's up to Andrew. Made the rules. We will, and they are subject to change. The only thing I don't like about these tournaments, the first 3 tournaments we're talking about here. These are our views, not Twin Galaxies views, of course. But we're not on the Atari. We're not using the original systems. We're using
the Retron 5 is. Yeah. Okay, I have experience with the Retron 5 with last year's MGC. I was trying to play a couple games for Ken and Terry from Retroids, like because they do that live stream at MGC every year. And the Retron 5 emulated the games pretty damn poorly. One game, the screen kept cutting out on me. One game, it kept freezing up on me. One game, the colors were all off. And all the games had like an input lag that I could instantly tell. So it's going to make it a little bit more challenging for people that are used to playing on original systems all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
I couldn't even get past the first level of Life Force because the damn screen kept cutting in and out.
I mean, I'm sure things will be tested and stuff to the point where the playability will be there, but still, when it comes to the lag and stuff, it's kind of like, is it really an NES decathlon? You know, it's kind of that, oh, we're just playing a emulator, man. I like to call it, why don't we do an emulator at that point? Because I know they want HDMI for the great broadcast, because that will make it a lot of fun for everybody at home to watch, but I think it will change the playing field.
We're talking about the NES, though. Do you really need HD for NES?
Just use video out. I mean, I know to have Nintendo workings in perfect condition, you know, it takes some time. Replace the 72-pin connector. I totally get that. I can understand trying to eliminate that stuff to make it easy to produce. You know, that's a task in itself to make sure you got 10 working NESs, 10 working controllers, hooking them up to your broadcast center. I totally get it, but it's like, you know, the competitors it'll make it a little bit different. But then it comes back to it's 3 minutes per game. You know, you get a bad start on Dr. Mario, you know. Or, you know, you only got so much time. You only get 3 minutes. So maybe it won't affect some people. Maybe it will. But then it comes to the Atari. It comes to the Atari and the Intellivision. Now, those are flashbacks. So those are pretty much emulation. I think those systems, they work great. You can get 10 Ataris, and you can get 10 working Intellivisions. Now, yes, I know they don't have AV out, but there's a way to get decent AV out. I mean, they should be on crummy televisions too. I mean, we should be playing on standard televisions when it comes to it.
And you have to play in your NFL pajamas.
Yeah. I mean that's
a full of cereal in front of you.
Right, exactly.
I mean, you get a bunch of CRTs. They don't have to be matching TVs, but you can get video out of those for everybody else. Or do it the old way. Put a video camera up and shoot the screen, you know. But
you want the flashbacks,
yeah. Now the flashbacks, I
have like
the
your dad with a shaky camcorder.
Yeah, that's fine. I have the Intellivision flashback. In terms of emulation and playing the real game, there is a difference. It's not that noticeable. I did notice. I played Astro Smash the other day. It is a tad slower than the actual game itself. But at least they'll have working controllers with that. I'm not familiar with the Atari flashbacks. I don't know how good they are. But Thanks, Rudy. The flashback sucks. I own them all. Why do you own them all if they suck? I guess that'd be my first.
The logic. Well, this
They all
last one
suck. Why do you
was
have them?
crap. I'm going to buy the next one, though. Well, that one was crap, so
So
I'm going to buy
those-
the next one.
Yeah, so those three are going to be. I don't want to say some people are having it up for grabs because I was like in television, that's all mine. But the emulation does make a difference, and I'll say with the Intellivision, pinball, your game could last 20 seconds based on luck. I mean, it's one of those. I was hoping maybe that one would change, but then the one that would kind of be the most purist will be the classic arcade decathlon on October 3rd. 6 p.m. to midnight, broadcasted, same prize money, and got some They're all. One thing I was kind of disappointed. They're all classic. Well, I guess it's classic arcade. I was hoping it was just an arcade decathlon, but it's classic arcade decathlon. But those will all be original arcade machines, and we don't have to worry about people playing on those machines. We'll get the real deal.
And actually, just a quick clarification on the prize money. It's $12.50 for first place, but there is a second place and third place also, for $300 and $500 respectively. So
Nice.
Yeah,
third place, you're still pulling $300. I mean,
yeah. I mean, I'm not getting anything less. But,
Hear that, Rudy? You got a chance to get $300.
Woohoo! 300. That was 250. That was 250.
Oh, whatever.
oh, is it $250 for third place? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. $50, big deal, man. It's,
Yeah, it is.
ticket for. Yeah. So if you win third place, at least you'll pay for your admission to it. So, but regardless if you're competing or not, it's going to be a great time. Be a lot of fun. We do plan to do a small set of it on the screen. Not sure if we'll be on it at a regular time, but Walter Day will be joining us to read off a few world records, hopefully during the broadcast at some time. It's going to be a crazy event, so make sure you tune in to TwinGalaxiesLive.com. And then the one more thing I forgot we didn't talk about, since we're talking about video games. Where's the other one? Where is it? We got nothing on the Mortal Kombat one. So there's supposed to be a Mortal Kombat one.
I'll be back in like 2 minutes, guys. All right? One second.
All right, perfect. All right, love you. See ya. So
Yeah, I
that's
was actually
pretty much
muted earlier, so I didn't realize it until just a few minutes ago.
Oh. So that's it.
I can try and help fill in the Glen gap, as it were.
Oh, okay. All right. So there you go. All right. All right. So Glenn's gone. He's kind of the main topic on this one. I'll start playing some Mario. Just for. Do you guys ever play video games? You just bitch all the time, but that's pretty much what we do. What was I going to talk about? Oh, we had two subjects. Oh, we'll talk about the first one since Glenn got here. Currently, Donald Hayes has a submission for Dig Dug, a new record for the database. I think it's the first time it's the second time he's submitted, and I mean nothing's official yet. It's being ironed out, but he is a person who went against the norm of showing all the video. He's removed some video. He showed the beginning of his attempt. He edited it down to the last boards, showing like a screenshot, and then the end of the game with the kill screen, verifying that it was a real arcade cabinet. Basically, leaving out some of the gameplay in a new system of Twin Galaxies where everything is, public at that point. So I was waiting on Glenn, but
right.
Don,
I'm back.
have you looked into it? Have you seen it lately? Have you been on the site? I mean, I think it was early as today.
I didn't see it, although I think everyone can probably guess my opinion of it based on my Corey Chambers stance. Generally speaking, I don't care for if you're cutting out the footage. I can't see any valid reason to do that. It makes it more palatable. That's fine. Make a copy for YouTube and like to show your friends. But for adjudication, getting this book, there's no. You have the footage, right? You took the footage. presumably,
Well,
and
yeah.
I don't see any ifs.
Well, he openly, purposely said that. Why isn't my Wii not working? Oh no. He said I'm not showing it, and maybe I'll show it in the future.
Well,
Like
that's the perfect. So then maybe we'll adjudicate him in the future.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
I mean, I don't
You're
know.
talking about Dig
Yeah.
Dug, huh? Okay,
Yeah,
this
Dig Dug.
is my thing about Dig Dug.
We waited for we're waiting. You're back for the Guinness.
We were stalling.
We were stalling. We're talking about Don Hayes. Yeah.
Okay, this is the thing about Dig Dug and keeping strats a secret, which I mentioned to Mike right before we came live onto the show. There's a website from a Japanese gamer, which I linked Mike to, and I'll be more than happy to link anybody else that wants it. Oh, there it is. This guy has perfectly mapped out Dig Dug to get as much possible points on every single board, and he's done it, and he's gotten just under 6 million points. So this whole like crap of, oh, I want to keep my strat secret so that other people can't see them is like I said, a bunch of crap. Because there's this website right here that tells you like perfect strats for every single level that you can just find. So the reasoning behind like editing your video to keep strats safe doesn't make any sense to me when there's better strats out there online. That's just my 2 cents.
I don't. No, well, we don't know. When looking at the submission, we don't truly know if that is his purpose. Is Don's purpose to test out the scoreboard? You know, go over trying to get it where. I'm sorry, kind of stalling for words here. He's trying to test it where we don't need as much footage, so we don't have to. Or do you think he's purposely doesn't want to show the competition his tactics?
If my memory serves me correct, I do believe Don made a mention in the past that he didn't want Ken to see his strats.
Oh, okay.
And he kept
that is true.
Yeah,
I believe so.
I don't know which exact forum it was on. It could have been CAG DC, it could have been TG, but it was on a forum, and he said that he had broken the record, but he didn't want to show the video because he didn't want Ken to see his strats.
But then you don't get to be the world record holder, right? It's like you can't perform in your closet and then say I'm the world record holder. Well, you have to be on stage in order to,
Yeah, you don't go to the Olympics and win a gold medal. Yeah, it's like the Olympics. You don't do private performances
in
for
a closet.
gold medals.
That doesn't happen. Right, exactly. And part of it is you're playing for the public. That's part of the prestige, right?
Yeah, like this website that Mike has this website pulled up. And there's all the strats you need.
It's cool to just play for yourself. That's fine. Then play for yourself. But if you want public recognition, you have to play publicly.
Yeah, and if somebody beats you, that's great. I mean,
right, and that's part of the competition, right? You get the pole vault, and you get to do it, and then everyone else gets to see what you did and then copy it.
Yeah,
or not, depending on whatever. It's just how it is.
If you got the world record holder,
do it in secret.
Let's say like he submits his Dig Dug and everyone sees his strats and starts copying. He's always going to be remembered as the guy that pioneered those strats. People are just going to improve upon them.
Like Billy Mitchell, right? Everyone remembers him for being the first to get a perfect Pac-Man, right? He's in Guinness book because, I mean, literally this last one, for perfect Pac-Man first. So, I don't know. It just... You can't be the public champion if you're afraid to be public.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my view. But we'll see how it goes.
And I have nothing against the guy either. He's obviously one of the greatest arcade gamers of all time. It's just come on.
Oh yeah, nothing against him.
In my opinion, he's the greatest. Like I have no doubt that he didn't do it. I'm positive he did. I mean, he's a great gamer, but my issue is my whole issue is with it. sharing tactics or not, if the new Twin Galaxies adjudication system allows this, if people accept this adjudication, that kind of throws any credibility out the window. Because then somebody else will come along and go, well, he didn't submit his whole video. Why do I have to submit my whole video? And then you got cheaters coming in left and right, and everything, credibility's gone. But I think the community will do the right thing. So, we'll see. It's exciting.
It is. It's kind of exciting to see how this unfolds. I hope it unfolds for the best, not the worst. You just got to leave it up to the community and hope that they make the right decision on it.
Let's just say if they make the wrong decision, you might not see us next week, ladies and gentlemen. So
yeah.
We'll see.
We've said that before, though, on some submissions. Like, if this goes through, I just can't.
Goodbye, everybody.
I can't read a submission like that knowing that went through. But that's just my personal opinion. Everyone else has opinions and stuff. Take it with a grain of salt.
And before we get to our next subject, we should definitely do this. Oh, you guys like my face this close to the screen? The views expressed in this show are in entertainment purposes only, and they are definitely not the views of Twin Galaxies, HD Films, or any of affiliates. So when we're talking here on the Twin Galaxies channel, we're not talking about Twin Galaxies things, just to let you all know.
It's like the view.
Yeah,
we're just the gamers within the community, talking about it. That's it.
So,
I mean, we might be the best, but that doesn't mean that our views necessarily. I was kidding.
Nice.
We talked about the beginning of the show. A lot of people submit to Twin Galaxies because back in the day, Guinness contacted Walter and asked for Twin Galaxies to be the video game, world records. Guinness will use Twin Galaxies scores as Guinness World Records. Well, for the past 6 or 7, maybe 8 years, Guinness actually releases a video game specific book. Now, it's not all skill records. Some of them are the greatest selling video game of all time is considered a world record in this colorful, very entertaining book, Gamer's Edition, Guinness Book of World Records, Gamer Edition. And a lot of us here at the Twin Galaxies community submit to Twin Galaxies to try to get their name in Guinness. I mean, a lot of people want a Guinness World Record. I mean,
even if your name is Glenn Jr. in the database, you still try to submit to Glenn Jr.
Yes, Glenn Jr. or Jeff Jr. Burger Time
or Nick Soroka.
Or Nick Soroka, for that matter, too, on NHL 94. I was going to play Mario, but my Wii must be broken or something. The remote won't work, so got to practice up for next weekend.
That's just an excuse to play NHL, man. You know that. Come on.
Yeah,
Go ahead, play it.
After tonight, I'm not playing it anymore until next Friday. I don't want to I'm not going to practice that hard. Well, I need someone to practice against. Playing against a computer is completely different. It's kind of a waste of time. So Nick might be here. What? Hang on. What did you just say?
I said I'd beat you up on it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my. Stop talking.
I would have all of your players injured within the first quarter. You know this. Or period.
All right,
is that how sports puck goes? It's periods, not quarters?
It is periods, actually.
I don't need to know this stuff. I just need to know what the buttons are.
Okay.
Don't even need that. Don't even need it. I don't even need a controller.
You sound like Eddie, the guy that you're going to be. Okay. The Guinness Gamers Edition came out pretty early this year. Normally comes out November, towards the end of the year, but the 2016 book came out a few days ago. A lot of people had it pre-ordered on Amazon, and it showed up at some people's doors. It's only $8.53 on Amazon.
Wow.
And then you can buy Barnes and Noble, and there's a few other places you can get it. So it came out, and we always complain about, there's too much of this other stuff in there. There's not enough gaming achievements. There's more. But the Twin Galaxies database, from my understanding, I don't have a copy yet, that there's quite a bit of Twin Galaxies stuff in there. And there's a lot of wrong stuff I'm hearing. You guys
That's
have
what
a
I've
copy
been hearing.
Yet? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little inaccurate, some of it.
I know there's some scores.
Yeah, that were put in and they're impossible to do because of the ending digit numbers.
The engine digits wrong. And I'll go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I think there's a lot of typos in it, some oversights and some other things. I mean, overall, it's a good book, but
the biggest oversight.
Yeah, that is right. I know what to say.
The lack of an NES section, the most important console in gaming history, the one console that saved the gaming industry, doesn't have its own section. From what I hear, they have NES scores scattered throughout the book, but not its own section. Which a ton of Twin Galaxies scores that have been submitted in the past year are, in fact, NES scores. Some
really good ones too.
Yeah, some really, really good scores. Yet they don't have an NES section.
The NES section is basically, I think it was. Yeah, I think they screwed up in a sense of I think they had maybe intended to. It's just missing. It's just straight up missing. It's not like there's a page missing. The page numbers are correct, but the NES section is just like it's like the flow of it. I mean, they have Sega Master System in there. They have
Game Boy,
just like some. They have Game Boy. They have SNES, N64, Wii. I don't think they have Wii U. They might have to look again. But
GameCube, right?
But I don't know if the GameCube was in there or not. I could go look. Hang on a second. Let me go find it for you. Hang on one sec.
Oh, he has a sweet. Oh, we can ask him all the questions we want.
But I have one.
They have all those, but no NES.
Yeah, and just real quick, reading the chat. I hold the TG points for Space Cadet Pinball. That's an awesome record, dude. I actually was trying to see how high I could get on that score. Welcome to the show. I kind of know your name. I've seen it a bunch of times on that leaderboard. Welcome to the show. The other thing I was gonna say about the inaccuracies about the score section, how some of the scores are not possible. It has back 3 or 4 years ago.
It's not Galaxy's fault. Let's just put it out there. It's not their fault.
Yeah, it's not TG's fault. No, unless they fed them bad numbers, but I doubt that.
No.
And based on this is for me talking. 2 or 3 years ago, I was a part of TG as a I don't work for TG. We just do this show. I was a 1099 employee for 2 versions of Go, and we had to quite a few of us referees and a few other staff members proofread the list we would send. We wouldn't send the whole database to Guinness because that's just too much. They weren't going to print it all anyway, so they kind of wanted us to select which should go in. And we submitted a list, and of course, there was typos. There wasn't probably as many typos as there were this year, but there was some typos that's like, okay, that's not a number off. I think it's more like a data input error from like spreadsheet to their spreadsheet for their book or something. And they would also, I remember the one year that I was checking it, one of them were for golf. Okay, and golf is lowest score gets first place. Mm-hmm. Guinness reversed it and put the top 3 players. Most of the times they just do the top world record, but they put the top 3 scores for Tiger Woods 2011 golf or something, and then they put the most strokes was first place. It's like, come on. It's like the proofreading wasn't there. So, like we said earlier, more than likely it wasn't Twin Galaxies' fault. So, what we're saying is basically you want to look up a world record, you go to the website. It's always up-to-date information, what's been verified here at Twin Galaxies. But that's kind of a shame because I know a lot of people, that's kind of their shtick. They're like, hey, I got a Guinness World Record. And people are like, no, you don't. Prove it. And then people show that book, and they're like, oh, that's so cool. You play video games. That's kind of a little disappointing.
What about my situation? I'd be like, yeah, that's my Life Force record in there. And they're like, yeah, but that can be any Glenn Jr.
Yeah, exactly. There's 1,000 Glenn Jr. out there.
But Glenn, that's written in a crayon. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
Because it's missing from the book.
Yeah, I'm going to have to write it in crayon now.
You're going to have to write it in, man.
You got some whiteout down you can send me?
Yes, I do.
All right. I might have to white out a few sections and write it back
Game Boy, Nintendo 64, Nintendo DS, Nintendo Wii, Super Nintendo, and that's it. It's missing. It's like just. But then they also have, bizarrely, so PlayStation, whatever, Sega Dreamcast, Sega Genesis, Sega Master System, Sega Saturn. It's like all these bizarro ones. I mean, not that they're not. It's not that they're not legit, but do you have Sega Saturn but not original Nintendo? I don't know.
Guinness watches our show and wanted to spite Glenn. That's what it is.
Yeah, like, screw you that plays nothing but NES. We're just going to throw every single Genesis console in there just to piss you off.
Yeah, exactly. They have Genesis in here 3 times, Glenn. And that's odd.
Oh my
just
God.
The same ones over and over 3 times.
Because Genesis does the Nintendo. All right.
It actually says that in the book.
Those pages will make great Kindle for our DK board burn.
To start burning the Donkey Kong arcade machines, yeah. I got a question. Should I burn the Donkey Kong arcade machine, or should I just get rid of the board?
The board.
Like, and then just save
burn
it for...
You can burn all the cabs that you want.
Well,
people
you could
just
use the
rebuild.
machine.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Should I save the cabs for, like, Donkey Kong Jr. restores or something like that?
Save them for better games, like versus Castlevania.
Sure.
Okay. Cool.
Throw a new
Can't wait. Because if we start burning all those Donkey Kong cabinets, Alan Stahl's going to have the hold on the most wall jumps world record for the rest of time. We should start burning it for his benefit.
That's actually seriously our goal all along, was just so he can hold that wall jump record. So, Alan, if you're watching, we're looking out for you, buddy.
Yeah, we're sure as many Donkey Kong machines can be destroyed, so you can hold that record on for the rest of your life.
I think when I go to TG in California, the pinball arcade machine, I can't even talk. The band in California, I'm going to find a Donkey Kong machine. I'm going to set that record.
Not
That's my
before
plan.
I get there. As long as you get there before I do, because be removed. I'll be removed by security when I start a fire.
He'll be behind me with a knife, like just ready, like 52.
I'm not. Hey, I'm not. I'm out there for the PCB board, and there's going to be more than one too. So I got some work. Got to win an Intellivision tournament. I got to taunt Rudy while he plays in the NES tournament. I got to burn some Donkey Kong machines and play some pinball.
So he's going up against me, so you do have to taunt him, so that I win.
Wow, I will taunt everybody if I'm playing or not. It's going to be great. I'm so annoying, especially on Saturday.
To rewind a little bit, you said that the Gamers Edition used to always come out in November. Maybe it was just rushed a little bit this year. Because, TG did change hands. They renewed the contract that they had. Like, it kind of seems rushed to me.
Yeah.
I will say that all the records seem to be from
early. Go ahead, Dan.
I don't know. Maybe that's what it is.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say all the records seem to be from 2015. Like, most of these I've adjudicated or seen them go through. So I can't say all of them, but a large majority of the games are from 2015. 2015. So I made you beat it in 2015. Having said that, though, there are a lot of NES games in 2015. I know for sure. So
yeah, there's a good chunk, a huge chunk, especially when the scoreboard first came up and started running again. That's all we've seen for like the first couple months was NES games and like a handful of arcade games. It was people competing primarily on that system, and those were great times.
Yeah.
I loved it because that's right up my alley. That's my favorite system, and then watching all those scores come through and people doing great things on games that I love and the system I've been playing my whole life. It was awesome. That kept me going for a long time in the forums and stuff and verifying scores.
Yeah, and that's kind of, for those people who got those scores, kind of a letdown. That I know everybody's score is not going to get in, so there's still a disappointment that your score didn't go in the book, because they're not going to print every score, but that there's no NES scores is kind of like, did they leave a page out on accident or something? Who knows?
I don't care. I do not care if my name is in the Guinness Book. I really don't.
I know you don't. Other people do.
But,
you know. That's
yeah, other people do.
I mean, that's
I
not
just
the
feel like
reason why I
should be
play
in
games.
there.
Yeah. I mean, I got mine in once, so that's all that mattered to me. You know, I got it in there. Like I said, Guinness sent me a certificate that I didn't even know I was getting. I thought that was awesome. You know, that's kind of faded for me now, and that's why we like doing this show, because it brings fame to those people and gives them a little attaboy for their achievements, like Jace tries to do with Twin Galaxies. Tried to award the gamers for their gaming achievement. You know, that's kind of the in for me, but that was a little disappointing for some of those people, at least on the yes portion. Another thing too, what I'm hearing from the book is that most of the scores are from 2015, which when you buy one of those books, I think it should be some like history too. There should be scores that have been around for a while. Like I know last year's they had.
So they have a little bit of history.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry. They have a little bit of history.
I don't have the books.
A little bit of history? Just a little bit?
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. There's a slight delay from me. I'm sorry. So I keep talking over you.
Hi, buddy.
So like Pac-Man, they do have Billy Mitchell in there, Pac-Man. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know. But just like little shout-outs here and there throughout the... But they're pretty small in number. You're in here, by the way, Mr. Soroka.
Huh?
Did you know that you're in this one?
No.
You are in it for Green Day single-player pulling teeth microphone.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Did I even do that this year? Did I even do that? I don't even know if I did that this year. I can't remember. That might have been a long time. Oh, you know what that was? That was from 2000. That was from I recorded those like the day before the old Twin Galaxies got hacked, like in 2012.
Oh, wow.
And I recorded those. I just had them on a DVD, and I just been sitting here. And then when the database reopened, I submitted those scores.
Well,
You're also in here for Winter Challenge on the Sega Genesis. You have 3 scores.
Those scores have been beaten in the past week. Awesome.
I'll just get that whiteout going.
That's fine. Yes, I think it's John Brissy. John Brissy beat me, so just write his score and do a correction.
Yeah, get some white out and grab a crayon, Don.
Yeah, write in some.
Yeah, we'll just do it ourselves. It's cool. I'll tape a page in Nintendo.
Make your own paper version. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. There's got to be some page in here I don't care about. You know. Like The Sims. I don't care about The Sims. That's Nintendo now.
Yeah. But if you want your copy, it's still cool. It's $8.53. It's still cool. See some of your friends' names in there. I got a ridiculous. Now I got to go buy it because my name's in it. So
it is a good book. I mean, it really is. Like just even reading through the normal part, they did a good job on it in general. Not so much on the scores, but on the rest of it, they really did a nice job.
Still entertaining book for $8. You can't go wrong for a little entertainment or book for that matter. And I got a collection going for every year I'm in it. And a few years prior to that, when I was getting into all this. All right, I'm going to really start submitting a lot of scores, not just one. So, but cool, go out buy it. Amazon's your best bet to buy that book for sure. So yeah, cool. Anything else you guys got to talk about? Don will be here next week. So anything up for next week by chance, Don? You got planned?
Well, I'm hoping to interview Mr. Pete Hahn of Galloping Ghost Arcade fame. Hopefully he will be able to make it. We will have Mr. William Reckonvoy. I'm not sure I'm saying his name right. Also known as Data God.
I just call him Data Guy, that's all.
Photographer. Data God will be on. Yes. And actually, a lot of his shots were in the Guinness Book Gamers Edition.
Sweet.
Yeah, he got quite a... I don't know if he got credit for them, but a lot of these are his photos. I think a good number of them.
Oh, so I am in the book. There I am. Top right corner.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah, I'm in that TG page at or that picture in Ottumwa with the arcade games.
Oh, the black and white.
Yeah.
There's like tiny Glenn in there.
Yeah.
Mr.
Hi,
Joe, SSD Ninja in the chat is actually right in the middle there.
That's right, man. I don't need my score in there. I got a picture, baby.
There you go. Words mean nothing.
Now I have to buy it. So be like, yeah, that's
pretty
me.
much.
It's
really worth it. It really is.
Yeah, I've bought them in the past year, even before I started going for world records and stuff, because they're interesting reads. Like, they have some crazy stuff on there. One of my favorite things that they did was, I don't know what year it was, but there was a world record for like longest time it would take to max out like every character in like one of the Final Fantasy MMOs. And it was like 72 years it would take for you to max out every single character in that game, like through the MMO. Like, stuff like that's fascinating to me. Like the run that I'm doing right now, the Ultimate 100%, there's no video evidence of anybody doing it, but everyone on YouTube's all like, yeah, I did it. But you know how easy it is for someone just to use the W item glitch and just duplicate items to 99 without actually having to grind them? I mean, come on now. It's got to be video evidence in there instead of like, this is my game save file. Yeah, I did it legit. So I have no idea. It's probably going to take a couple years. Who knows? So
just Brando, you could possibly contact Guinness, let them know that you're in the book. If you're in one of the Guinness books, you can request a certificate. I don't know if they charge you, but sometimes you can request them. Sometimes they just mail you them just because, I don't know. They mailed me mine, only 2 of them, of course. They didn't mail them all, but they just mailed them to me one day. They sent me an email, says, hey, would you like a certificate, blah, blah, blah. They sent me one. Or I think you can request them if you like. So go to their website. It takes about 3 weeks to get an answer, my understanding from other people who've tried, but you can get a certificate if you have a TG record that was published in one of their books. It still has to be published in their book. So just to give you a little heads up.
Yeah, and
hi,
you
John.
did NES, scores, you're out of luck.
You're out of luck, 2015. Go play some Sega Genesis. Go play some Sega Genesis.
Apparently,
choose a real console.
Winter Challenge.
Just
You're doing that, man.
Don't start fights with me, Don. Now, come on now.
You guys are brothers.
I know, I'm just kidding.
I'm kidding. I love the NES. That's my favorite.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. You guys should be teaming up on me. So, and I don't have Nick here this week either.
Just busting each other's
defend your Genesis.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Nick, are you? I'm sorry, not Nick. Glenn, are you going to Banning?
I can't, man. With work and my funds right
2
now,
seconds, guys.
I just can't afford it, man. Plus, getting
anybody
time
in the
off
chat? You guys going?
It's hunting season, man. I'm like busy at work selling guns.
Oh yeah, that's true. That makes sense. That makes sense.
So, thanks for everybody for watching. We got probably about 40 seconds. Thank Don and Glenn, as usual, every week. Don will be here next week.
I thank you, Mike, for doing
problem.
Being the guy in the center cam.
So, come, if you're in Toronto, come visit us on Saturday. We'll be there all day at the NHL 94 tournament. Make sure you like us on Facebook, all the good stuff. And we'll see you next week. And have a good night, everybody. See you.
Twin Galaxies.